What's going on, guys? Welcome to this little mini series. It is a boxing series, so today's first video, it makes a lot of sense to do a beginner's boxing tutorial. We're just going to start off very quickly. I'm going to cut to the intro now. So guys, we're just going to start very quickly with your hand and your chin placement, right? So forget the hands just now, right? Your chin, right? A lot of time people as they box, it's quite comfortable to punch up like this, but chin facing down, right? And you look through your brow, chin come down, and then also you want to be guarded by your shoulder. So when your hands are up, not flared out, you want to be guarded by your shoulder so you're protected at all times. Chin being down. Most of the time the common kind of mistake as people start to get lazy with it is bringing their head up. I'm guilty of it myself when they're throwing their punches, right? So starting off, chin down and looking through your brow at your opponent, right? Shoulders to protect, elbows down. So moving on to your elbow placement. A lot of the time as you start to get more comfortable especially, you can start to flare your elbows out and you kind of get your own wee style on the go, but before that you really want to get back down to basics, get everything nice and tight until you get to that stage, right? So to start off with, you don't want to have your elbows flared out, nice and tight, glue them to your sides so that it means that if anyone throws a body shot, down, right? If anyone, you just literally got little movements to try and block shots. That's all you need, alright? Okay, so starting off with your straight punches, obviously, right? So your main punch, right? I'm right-handed, so my left foot's forward and my jab's my main punch. That's your finder punch, that finds the distance, right? So as you come, most of the time when people throw their jab, right, they'll maybe half throw it, right? Because they don't want to overextend their elbow, but your jab, nice and sharp, that finds the target. If you can find them with your jab, you can knock them out with your right hand, right? So jab, keep it nice and straight. What you don't want to do is flare the elbows out, right? So keep it, as I just said from the beginning, elbows down, right? Knuckles facing the ceiling, right? And then as you turn, at the last minute, you get that snap, okay? Just really quickly, most of the time when people shadow box, I find this a lot of time when I take boxing classes, people that come to the boxing classes think that they look stupid. I look so stupid when I shadow box. No. Okay, so the main thing in shadow boxing is trying just to keep it simple, right? So basically what we just talked about is your jab cross, your 1-2s, right? So just keep it nice and straight to begin with until you start to get into it, right? So shadow boxing, I think the hardest part for people is the fact that there's nothing in front of them to actually punch. Imagine like a ball in front of you that lights up. As soon as that lights up, you throw as many punches as you can and it's lit up for 1 to 2 seconds, right? So for instance, a ball lights up, 1, 2, 3, 4. Again, and so on, right? Just throw as many punches as you can in that time. So rather than wind a punch, right? The same sort of thing goes when you get your hands up, right? Don't be flat-footed. You want to move as well. So imagine there's a circle at your feet and you're just kind of moving around that circle. As you move, the light lights up, 1, 2, right? Just keep it simple. You don't even need to, just 1, 2s just now, and then gradually build it up as time goes on, right? That's one way to stop feeling stupid. Okay, so once you've kind of got your initial shadow boxing perfected, you're going to want to move on to a bag, get some gloves on, move on to a bag, right? So we're going to just start off again quite simply. Just this is the first video, so I'm just going to keep it nice and simple. So for any beginners, even sometimes people that are more intermediate could probably do with stepping back. I know that when I went to actually get a coach rather than go to just classes, he took me right back to basics and it really sorted my game out a little bit, right? Probably starting to get a wee bit lazy now, but because I'm going back to coaching again, I can feel it coming back, right? So I'm going to start off very quickly, right? So you've got your jab, your main thing is your distance, right? As I talked before, it's your distance finder, right? So you've got your left foot forward, your jab, obviously you can hit them from here, you can also land that from here, right? But what you want to do is not stay within range the whole time. So when you've got your opponent, it's fine with a bag or for a circuit class or whatever, but I can't punch them from here, but that's good, right? Because then at distance, then I'm going to want to come in, throw my punches. Okay, and then again, you can just kind of tap to figure out your distance. Right, again, that's your jab. Right, distance finder. What we're going to throw now is a hook, right? So most of the time, when people throw a hook, especially to pads or a bag, because they get into the habit, the bag doesn't hit them back, so they get into the habit of this. And it just kind of, it looks fine, but it doesn't actually serve any purpose when it would come to like a real fight or a real boxing match or anything like that. So basically, what you're going to do is you're going to step in with your punch. So you step in, right? If I don't step in with this for the right hand, right, I'm going to leave myself short. So here, right, I'm not going to be able to reach this bag, right? So I need to step in. 1, 2, right? So cross is there, hook's there, right? So what you want to do is kind of contextualize your hook to the point of the bag, right? So find that range. Right, so if the guy's in here, your hook's here, but if he's over there, which he will be after you've landed your cross, you're going to want to step in and straighten the arm a little bit, so the arm will be slightly bent, okay? Just slightly bent, not fully bent. Okay, so once you've got your distance finder, i.e. your jab sorted out, so once you've got that sorted out and you can consistently land your jab cross, basically what you're going to want to work on, so predictability, so how predictable you are when you go to punch, and some of that comes down to your head movement and your actual rhythm when you're punching. So your head movement, Mike Tyson was very good at this. He just kind of went like this, and then all of a sudden went through his punch, and you didn't really know when it was coming because he was constantly moving his head. Regardless of whatever way you think about it, a moving target is always harder to hit, right? Even if you're still moving in the same position, right? So here, right, even just imagine, so you get like kind of semicircles, or up and down, whatever suits you, whatever the rhythm feels better. So nice and like bent knees, gravity nice and low. Then when you go to throw your punches, try not to make it so telegraphed, and also try not to make it so predictable. So don't just go moving out. Don't just throw them, because that was quite predictable. Throw like a... Okay, so the difference there between that and what you would normally do is just throw your punches, is that there's a different tempo, right? So your tempo needs to be different as well. So throwing it at range is fine, but if you're going to drop the tempo, you're going to confuse your opponent a wee bit more. So by confusing your opponent, he's not going to know when you're going to punch. So I think that's probably, so that's about it for the boxing tutorial, the first one that I'm going to do. So I hope you enjoyed, guys. I'm going to cut to a little clip of me hitting the bag, and I'll see you next video, guys.
I see through the light, no more disguise. The scenery's crashing down to let all the truth be found. Didn't belong, had to move on to somewhere that I could be. Open my eyes and see I love the beauty in front of me, giving back all the energy that I never felt, I never